So what is wrong with U.S. politics? Well, the answer is a simple equation that has changed over the last 20 years. I'll explain what it is.
Informed, non-inflamed. Politics.
And hi, everyone. John Daly here with some Informed, Not Inflamed. We seem to be a nation divided. Republicans and Democrats seem to be taking the extreme wings of their parties. We could even boil it down between Trump versus anti-Trump forces. We're beginning to see splits from people of color and people who are white. We might even see a split between the young and the old. There is also a split between the rich and the poor, with very few in the middle. Now, many people blame Donald Trump, but he is merely a symptom, not the cause. This all started back in the 1990s and started to grow through the beginning of the 21st century. We didn't understand it and its ruinous effects until the Great Recession. And we failed to change it even then. So what is it? It's a formula. It's a formula when perfectly balanced with competing viewpoints makes America strong, wealthy, and brilliant. But right now, that formula is out of whack. So what is the formula? It is the individual versus the common good. When that formula has equal representation, either fighting against or working together with the other side, America flourishes. But right now, the individual is overrunning the common good. Now, that's why we have income inequality. That's why we're seeing the diminishing of the middle class. We are seeing more people struggle economically while others are gaining vast amounts of wealth. We are seeing older baby boomers hold on to their wealth while their medical care is being funded on the backside of millennials and Gen Xers who are paying more than half that bill, while they are buried under mass amounts of debt as salaries fail to keep pace with everyday life. We make sure certain individuals thrive at the expense of the common good and the masses of Americans. Another way to put it is that we are more in tune with our freedom and not our responsibilities. Now, how did this happen? Well, I trace this back to the boom of the 1990s when demographically the economy was perfect, with baby boomers contributing as well as consuming. As baby boomers aged, we continued to think that making money would solve all the problems. Or, to take from Donald Trump, make America great again and again and again. But America was changing. We failed to see the demographic changes as baby boomers were starting to retire and contributed less to the economy. At the same time, the economy was becoming more technologically driven. That meant businesses were getting leaner, which meant fewer jobs or lower salaries because technology could do more things than individuals could. As a result, the old formula of the younger generation paying it ahead for the older generation could not sustain itself. Let's look further into some specific industries and how this has played out. Look at three industries that play big parts in our lives: the media, politics, and healthcare. All three have been weaponized to create massive profits for a few while not contributing to the common good of the United States. The television and cable news media are controlled by only a few companies. To make profits, they turn news and information into sports and entertainment, choosing one side over the other, all for profits. In short, they made themselves partisan to attract more advertising dollars. They became more entertainment and not true information to get higher revenues. We see conglomerates like Comcast, which owns MSNBC, that also owns the content and distribution channels to create an oligopoly of higher prices. Do you ever hear the talking heads on MSNBC decry that? Or Fox News, that allowed sexual harassment in the workplace but holds its employees to non-disclosure contracts. That's fair and balanced? Okay, let's take a look at politics. Thanks to the infamous Supreme Court decision called Citizens United that said campaign donations are equivalent to free speech. That meant if you were rich, you could speak freer than other people. As a result, there has been massive amounts of money that goes into our campaigns. It also means that only people with money backing can get nominated by either political party. We've seen how this money is now used to infiltrate lobbying efforts as special interests write each law specifically word for word for their profit. The common good be damned. It's profits. And notice how people make millions from their congressional careers or by running campaigns now. Let's take a look at healthcare. Healthcare has done the same. Healthcare has become sick care. Healthcare companies realize that finding cures is bad for business. Cures do not bring as much profit as a lifetime of treatment. So the aim of most healthcare companies is to keep you sick, so the money keeps pouring in. How does that help the common good? Well, read Elizabeth Rosenthal's book called Sick Care. You will not feel good about it. You will see that doctors' Hippocratic oath has become a hypocritical oath. Now, that's just those industries. Think of all the industries that allow consolidation so shareholders make more money while consumers pay more and jobs get eliminated. That's why we have people on the left and the right who are suspicious of entrenched industries and so-called elites who brought us this way of life. Now, to keep up the charade, both parties have run to the extremes. The Democrats and their so-called progressive movement looks like the retro socialist of the 60s and 70s, which relied on taxpayers and massive debt that only stifled economic innovation and growth. Meanwhile, the Trump Republicans have turned into the fascists of the 1930s, believing that government control by various privileged industries would create a livable society, but it really only allows those connected to the government to control the economy. Together, you think the left and the right are diametrically opposed, but they are both under the same category of totalitarians. We need a middle ground to take ideas from both extremes to make workable solutions for more people. We need to allow the common good to compete so more can thrive without stifling economic ingenuity of the individuals who can innovate and grow our economy and society. There are great technologies ready to break out and make our lives better. We need lawmakers who know how to encourage and incentivize these individuals to make it work for many of us. A good book to read on this formula that I'm talking about of the individual versus the common good is American Character by Colin Woodard. See my review on informednotinflamed.com on December 11th, 2017. Okay, give me your take. And again, you're not going to hear any of this on cable news. Subscribe to my Facebook at Informed Not Inflamed and also on Twitter at John Daily News. Follow my pages for 15 minutes a day and you will get more news than watching 4 hours of cable news. Check out my instructional videos on how to get quickly informed. Watch them on informednotinflamed.com. You can see the videos right there. Just hit the video button. That is today's Informed Not Inflamed. Talk to you next time.
For more on John Daly, go to informednotinflamed.com.